Once upon a time, in a quiet town surrounded by long roads and unfinished dreams, lived a 27-year-old man named Ethan. Ethan was not a bad man. He was kind, polite, and intelligent. People often said, "You have so much potential." But potential was all he ever had. Every morning, Ethan woke up with big plans, and every night, he went to bed with the same excuses. "I'll start tomorrow. I'm not ready yet. I don't have the right opportunities. It's not the right time." Days passed, weeks passed, years passed, and Ethan stayed exactly where he was. He worked a job he didn't like. He complained about it often, but never tried to leave. He dreamed of a better life, but never took the first step. He blamed his background, his luck, his age, the economy, everything except himself. Deep inside, Ethan felt tired. Not tired of working, but tired of waiting. Waiting for motivation, waiting for confidence, waiting for someone to save him. One evening, after another long day of disappointment, Ethan sat alone in a small cafe. The rain outside tapped softly against the window. He stared at his reflection in the glass and barely recognized himself. That was when he noticed an old man sitting across the room. The man looked calm, almost timeless. He was reading a book, sipping tea slowly, as if the world was not rushing him at all. For reasons Ethan couldn't explain, he felt drawn to him. After a moment of hesitation, Ethan walked over and said, "Excuse me, sir, can I ask you something?" The old man looked up and smiled gently. "Of course," he said. "Sit." Ethan sat down and, without planning to, began speaking. He talked about his dreams, his fears, his frustrations. He spoke about how life felt unfair, how nothing ever worked out, how he felt stuck. The old man listened quietly. When Ethan finished, the man asked just one question. "Why haven't you started?" Ethan sighed. "I don't have the right conditions," he said. "I'm afraid of failing. I don't feel confident. I don't know where to begin." The old man nodded slowly, then closed his book. "Tomorrow morning," he said, "meet me at the old bridge outside town." Ethan looked confused. "Why?" "Because tomorrow is the day you stop making excuses." Before Ethan could ask anything else, the old man stood up, paid for his tea, and left. That night, Ethan barely slept. The next morning, just as the sun rose, he found himself standing at the old bridge. The river below flowed steadily, never stopping, never hesitating. The old man was already there. "Good," the man said. "You came." He handed Ethan a small backpack. "Put a stone inside for every excuse you've made," he said. Ethan laughed nervously, but began placing stones inside. One for fear, one for doubt, one for waiting, one for blaming others, one for comfort. Soon the backpack became heavy. "Now," the old man said, "walk across the bridge." Ethan stepped forward. With every step, the weight pulled him down. His shoulders burned. His breath grew heavy. Halfway across, he stopped. "I can't," he said. "It's too heavy." The old man nodded. "That's what excuses do," he said calmly. "They don't stop you instantly. They slow you down until you quit." He pointed to the river. "Look at the water. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't ask for permission. It just flows." Then the old man said something Ethan would never forget. "The moment you stop making excuses is the moment your life begins to move." He told Ethan to remove the stones one by one. As Ethan took them out, the weight lifted. When the backpack was empty, he crossed the bridge easily. On the other side, the old man smiled. "You don't need confidence to start," he said. "You gain confidence by starting. You don't need motivation," he continued. "Action creates motivation. And failure? It's not the enemy. Regret is." The old man turned and began walking away. Ethan called after him, "Will I see you again?" The man paused and said, "You will, every time you choose action over excuses." That day, Ethan did something different. He didn't change his whole life at once. He didn't wait for courage. He took one small step, then another. Weeks later, he applied for a new opportunity. Months later, he learned new skills. A year later, his life no longer looked the same. Not because life became easier, but because he became stronger. Ethan learned the greatest lesson of all. Excuses feel safe, but they steal your future. Action feels scary, but it builds your life. And that is the day he stopped making excuses. Closing message. If this story spoke to you, remember this: you don't need to be ready, you just need to begin. Your future is waiting, not for perfection, but for courage. Thank you for watching Golden Path Stories. If you found value in this story, like, share, and subscribe for more motivational stories that guide life. Until the next story, keep moving forward.